Sadie, and I chose to research the Islamic religion for the ethnography and fieldwork part of this project. And here is the symbol of the religion. It's just a crescent moon and a star. It's really, everybody seems to be familiar with it. And I chose this religion actually because my sister is a Muslim. She converted to the Islamic religion about 5 years ago, and which is really shocking to all of us because, well, she's my stepsister and she grew up mostly in a Christian-based household. And she said that once she started learning more about this religion, she got more intrigued with it, and then it ended up leading her to convert to that religion. And I haven't heard any bad things about it since we're with her, but she seems to really like it, so that's why it's always kind of intrigued me about it. And I've always kind of asked her little tidbits and pieces about it, and now it was really cool to just dive into it. And so it actually has over 1 billion followers. The Islamic religion has over 1 billion followers worldwide, and the word Islam itself in Arabic, which is the language that the religion mostly has, all the prayers in the language are done in Arabic. And the word Islam itself means submission, which is a big part of the religion. It's one of the 5 main pillars of the religion that make up the base of it. And followers of the Islamic faith are called Muslims. So a little more background, as I mentioned a little bit just a second ago, there are 5 main pillars that make up the Islamic religion. It is declaration of faith, obligatory prayer, which is daily prayers at certain times of the day, and compulsory giving, kind of like donations based. That's the only thing I compare it to, in a church when you give donations. It's kind of like the same deal. And fasting for the month of Ramadan, where they don't eat the whole day while the sun is up, between, I believe it's the month of June, and then the pilgrimage to Mecca. And the religion itself was based from the Prophet Muhammad's revelations that took place in the 7th century of Saudi Arabia. Over the length of 20 years, the angel Gabriel gave him messages straight from God, making Muhammad's revelations pure. And Muhammad spent his whole life trying to spread the word of God, and even in his last years of life conquered the city of Mecca for the Islamic religion, and now it's a huge place for everyone who follows it to go there, as they want to go to that big black box I'm sure everybody has seen with the gold trim around it. It's just to go there and prayer and have a prayer there. It's just it makes everything full circle in that religion, because that's where Muhammad ended his journey basically. And the ritual I wanted to attend was Friday Mosque, called Jama, I believe. And then it is led by a imam, and he leads the prayers always. He leads it in Arabic, because that is the language where the religion was founded from. Right? That's the language of that religion. And every single Friday he stands up there, he reads a little piece from the Quran and says a daily prayer, the dua, I believe. Yes, the dua. And then my sister goes there every Friday. Well, she used to go every Friday. And she said that as soon as you walk in, you're required to wash your hands very well. And you're even encouraged to shower that morning before you go, so you're at your cleanest state. And then you take off your shoes. Men go to the front side of the mosque, and then women go to the back, so they're with the children. And if the children cause any distractions or commotions, the women can just take them outside, so they're not disrupting the whole prayer for everyone. And the imam is always up front, and he's dressed in a full white cloak basically, with a little white hat, because white is the purest color. And he's just there. He leads the prayer every single time, and if he wasn't there, then everybody would still be praying regardless. He just adds he's basically the equivalent of a priest or pastor in other religions. Alright. And then the mosque setup, as I said, the men and women are segregated in a way, the women in the back and the men in the front, but everybody is encouraged to dress as modestly as they can. Obviously, it's a mosque, the same way you would dress in a church, the same way you would dress in a mosque. And women are also encouraged to wear a shawl over their hair, just to keep it more pure in a way. Just to keep it more pure in a way, to keep everything more covered and to have your total focus on your prayer and what you want to thank Allah for, which is their word for God, or what you want to just pray about for that day. And as always, the imam is leading everybody in prayer. And Friday Mosque, I forgot to mention before. Here's a little picture of it going on. It is a perspective ritual because it is like led from the imam, and he takes passages from the Quran, which is like their Bible basically, and he just leads a prayer with it, and that's what the whole time there is centered around the prayer and Quran. And yeah, and then it leads to an altered state of consciousness because you focus your whole body and your mind into this prayer. You don't want to be, everything is just like, it's like kind of tunnel vision in a way, like when you're only focused on that single thing whenever you're praying in a mosque. And daily prayer is also one of the 5 main pillars of the Islamic religion. So it's no surprise that they take it very seriously. They want everybody to really commit to the religion and commit to the prayer because it's basically like the main part of the religion. And here's a small video that shows an example of what a usual prayer looks like with the men there. And you can also notice that there isn't any talking in the video at all because everything is silent. The only person talking usually during a Friday mosque is the imam, and like from that you can hear like a little bit of religious singing in the back, but other than that, no small chit chat or anything. They take this very seriously, as they should. It's their religion. And yeah, you can just see this video here. If it will work. The video just worked, so I'll just try to go back to the video at the end. But so to conclude, for obvious reasons, this religion was very different than anything I've ever experienced before. I've been to churches here and there, and it was kind of like what I expected, but this religion is definitely not what I expected at all. Like, I thought it was really interesting how they have sinks at the beginning of at the entrance of every mosque, so everybody's like washed up and clean as they can be. And it's also different for me seeing that the men and women will be like segregated, like sat separately, because in like any church I've been to, everybody sits together. But it was really cool observing this religion through videos and what my sister told me, because it's followed by so many people, so I wanted to see what all that was about. And then after this quarantine, I would like to go to a Friday mosque and wear a shawl over my head and just kind of experience that fully, because I feel like that's an experience a lot of people that makes a lot of your like views in life kind of change, at least from what my sister has told me previously. But yeah, I found this really interesting and happy I did it on this religion. Let me try to go back to the video, see if it works. There we go. that's the video, and here are my references. So thank you for listening to me talk.